All right, YouTube, we're back again. Brian Phillips here. We've got this 1025R, which is my new tractor here at the property that we've been using to take care of projects. And we have an unpackaging today. It's not an unboxing, but this is what we most recently got. This just came from R&L Carriers. Did the delivery. They did liftgate service for us, so it's all included from Titan Attachments. Really happy with the way things went. We did have to fill out some forms for tax exempt status since it's going to be used for agricultural use, and you guys can do the same thing too. You just have to fill out the forms and do everything through the proper channels. But we phoned in the order, and I'm just going to show you what it takes to get this thing off the pallet and get it hooked up and ready to go. If you guys have never done this before, I'd be extremely surprised. I'm just using aviation snips, nothing really too fancy. Be careful, these things are sharp. They'll cut you for sure if you're not careful. And what we have here is a Class 2 Carriage, which will carry 2 forklifts. And it also has what many call a headache rack or a low backrest. It's small. And it's got the 3 positions for spears, for hay spears. So the reason we went with this particular choice was because the price was right. It was less than 500 bucks shipped, and by the way, when you get your invoice from Titan, they will show you how much they paid for shipping, and it was a lot. They paid like 110 bucks for shipping, and so the shipping is included. So I don't know if that's true everywhere, but it's true where we are. So basically, I'll show you what it takes to get this thing installed, start to finish, except for, of course, pulling the machine out of the garage. So, look at these forks, guys. They're really high quality. It's a solid piece, bent steel. It's got the cleat on the bottom. The way I do it is I'll just tip it up like this. Got that nice spring return. It's got a pin that comes down. Of course, it seats into one of several different hole positions, and of course this pocket is how you rock it in. So I'm just going to show you how I do it. Now, you guys probably don't realize this, but for my living I work on industrial scales, and so a big part of what I do is working on forklift scales. In fact, it's a lot of what I do. So I'm used to working around forklifts, and so I'm all excited because I've got a forklift carriage and I can go around moving pallets. So the next big challenge is figuring out exactly how you're going to get this carriage onto the machine. And so of course the first step is going to require getting your bucket or implement off the front. So why don't we go ahead and just go through that, and we'll pause and put our tools away. Okay, so on the John Deere tractors, especially the 1 series like I'm dealing with, they've got these quick decouples, and this is not the Euro style. Titan does offer one in the Euro style, which has almost like an X brace that comes through, and then your pins are actually over in the middle, I believe. But anyway, on these John Deere tractors, it's pretty easy. I've been working on a project, so I got a bunch of stuff in the bucket. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and drop this down. But it's a lot harder to hear me talk, so some people call that lazy. I call it smart. So that's heavy, but it's not anything you can't manage on your own if you're a guy or a gal that's strong. I've got this on the edge of the pallet, and just looking for damage and things like that. I don't want to squish my foot, so I'm going to put my foot up into it, and then I'm going to just walk it over like this. Sometimes you get lucky and you can put it on the edge of the pallet, but my pallet's just kind of crappy, so I'm going to actually just rotate it very slightly so I can get in at it from this angle, and then our camera crew is going to come around while I move the tractor. wouldn't normally shut off the tractor, but just so you guys can hear what's going on. This attachment's really nice. Got a little bit of damage from shipping here on the Titan sticker. But this, it's pinned for both styles. I believe on the 1 series, they're pinned here. And I don't know if they go up on the 3 series or 4 series. But either way, there's another pin size and dimension. So you actually get both with this particular carriage. That's part of the reason why we went with this. It's because we figured as we need more stuff, this will still work. And so we're just going to throw these safety pins in. Looks like it didn't swing back on this side, mostly because we're tipped a little bit forward on the carriage. So you'll notice there's a little bit more play than you might see on the bucket. That's okay. It's actually good because then as your forks go in, they can slide. So I like that actually. All right, so I hate picking up forks, so I'm going to show you how I do it, and you guys can do it another way. This time I'll leave it running. So there's 2 forks, you don't want them to tip over. You don't want your fingers to get crushed when you're holding them here, so you got to be careful how you do this. If you guys are buying an implement like this, my guess is you already know how to do all this stuff, but just for some of you that might be new to it, I figured this might be helpful for you. Just keep in mind they tip easy, so forks are heavy. If you don't have to lift it, why do it, right? So now, you're probably thinking you got to hook it here. No, you can hook it anywhere and then you can slide it to that point. Some guys like to put a bunch of grease on here. I don't like having grease all over my fixtures. So I've got one in position. Forklift that you can just slip off the side easy. I was reading one of the reviews about this thing and they said it took them 15 minutes to set it up, and I was like, good Lord, what were you filming, a video? Back down. Okay, so once you have them up here, make sure that you have this latch released, which is going to allow the pin to let you slide. And then you can hold out here for extra leverage, or in here, or wherever your body will allow you to reach. And then as you go, you'll drop it down into that cup or that hole, and then slide it down. And then whatever direction or whatever position you want them. And look at the forks, how thick they are. Looks like it's about 4 inches thick. It's not hollow. I was looking at ones that have a hole drilled in them to receive a ball hitch. But I may have to just do that myself. Just remember, when you do that, if it pops off and it falls on your feet, it's going to be a bad day for your feet. So just be mindful of that. And then you'll notice that if you don't lubricate this, it's going to scrape up the paint. Let's give them a shot of that. So this was just rub marks, but then there's some paint coming off. This is not a powder coat finish here, folks. But to be perfectly honest with you, it looks plenty good for what I'm going to be doing with it. And it's nothing that you can't touch up with a little green touch-up paint or black touch-up paint or whatever. They offer this in a black color too. But I believe when you go to the attachments for tractors, I believe the green is the one that shows up. And that's it. You basically have your forks installed. And then as you can see, it's as easy as that to switch the width. Most of the time, if I'm running forks, I'm running them on a scale, so there's actually a scale carriage in here. So I have certain requirements for where to put them. And then if you're concerned about safety of your forks slipping, you'll notice there is a little bit of play on here, a little bit more than there would be on a standard Class 2 carriage. Class 2 means it's 16 inches here, Class 3 would be a 20 inch, and so on and so forth. And they make a lot bigger than that, of course. But just for the sake of this video. So let's go ahead and move this pallet for a test. So we're going to show you how we'll park this thing when we're not using it. Basically unhook it, do our safety brackets, and then because the carriage is heavy and I don't want to have to handle it again, we're going to make it so that it's parked underneath a heavy load and it'll keep it upright. So I'll show you that right now. really easy to put on, really easy to take off. Did that entire video, including pulling everything out, take like 15 minutes maybe?
Almost 16. Yep.
16 minutes. So this thing is awesome. 48-inch forks is what I got. They sell them in a 42-inch fork and a 36 fork. They also sell them actually in a 60-inch fork if you really want to go crazy, but it's quite a bit more money for the 60-inch forks. And they do sell the forks separately and the carriages separately, and they sell one without the load backrest. So guys, so far I'm really happy with it. Obviously you didn't see me moving any loads, but moving loads with the forklift is almost as boring as watching videos about installing them. So I won't bore you with that, but thanks for watching, guys. Come back for more. We're going to try to get some more of this stuff on the channel, working with the tractors, the agricultural stuff, and the homestead stuff.